we're in the election year, and I've been making a point that what we have to understand is that we have to be maximizing our power, especially in a state like Texas. Texas has more eligible black voters than any state in the country, around 4.5 million. The problem is when you look at turnout, we're not maximizing our numbers. Y'all have heard me say numerous times that we should be trying to hit a 70% minimum threshold. And so when we are voting at 48, 50, 52%, then what then happens is we're not maximizing our vote. The reality is this: if we're voting here and white folks are voting here, once we take it up, we actually win. In this state, black, Latino, Asian American, Native Americans comprise 60% of Texas. Yet of the people who actually vote, 60% white. That's why Republicans have controlled Texas for the last 30 years. They control all statewide offices because we're not maximizing our vote. Earlier today, Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, who's running for the United States Senate, she actually came to the conference and spoke. And I believe also Representative of James Tellerico spoke as well. My next guest, step on over. Jesuorobo Enobakhare, Deputy Executive Director of Texas Council of Alpha Chapters, joins me right now. And so, so walk us through what are the brothers doing to really, first and foremost, make sure that every Alpha in the state is registered, is going to vote. But how are we utilizing Alpha's capacity? Because what I have been saying for years is that if you look at the number of D9 chapters in every single state, we are significant, but we're not using that power appropriately. Let me just make sure your microphone is on here. I don't think I turned it on. And so I just think that a big issue for me is that we talk about GOTV efforts and things along those lines, but we can actually be doing more.
So right now we're at an inflection point in our country. And an inflection point means that some significant change may happen, not that it will happen. And so right now the zone is being flooded. As a black person, you're probably overwhelmed with all of the things that are being attacked. Every piece of black culture, black society, black identity is being attacked by this white nationalist government.
Just slide this right here. Keep going, keep going.
And so what we have to do is we have to, one, you're right, make sure that every brother is voting. So we have to make sure that every brother is knowledgeable of the issues. Next, we have to go out into our community and help those in our community understand where their pain point is on the ballot.
Right.
Because if we can tie their pain to an elected official that's causing it and a candidate that can relieve it, then we can then motivate them to go out and vote.
Well, look, when I voted today, there were several constitutional amendments that were on the ballot. One of them talked about Medicaid for all. Another talked about an affordable living. And so those are on the ballot. Typically, again, people ignore propositions. But this is how we can change that. And what I have been saying is that it's not just a question of, okay, hey, we hope folks turn out. It's also how we actually do it. And I think what Alpha and other D9 chapters can do is go get the voter data and break it down by precinct to say, okay, how many people are eligible in this precinct, how many people voted in this precinct, and now we can now go door to door in this area versus trying to do what I think are a waste of time, larger GOTV efforts where you're not actually reaching people.
That's what we're doing in Fort Worth. We're actually taking that voter data and we're doing maybe once or twice a month. We're going and we're knocking on doors and we're doing door hangers. And that's something that we're trying to talk to other chapters to get them to do, because of the fact that if you're looking at the numbers and you're seeing those who haven't voted that could vote, that's low-hanging fruit there.
Right.
And like you said, right now, all we have to do, we can get our voting up to 70%. You can see dramatic change in the state of Texas.
Now, when you talk about trying to get the other chapters, are y'all establishing a template and saying, hey, this is already tried and true, follow these 6-8 steps. You don't have to sit here and recreate the wheel. Follow these 6-8 steps. This is how you do it. You implement it. Then you're going to see the results.
Yes, we have a statewide committee that's talking about best practices and is doing things such as that so that we can align our chapters so that when we are trying to approach this voter turnout, right now, because of the fact that it's game time, There's no time to recreate the wheel. We have to go with what
Right.
already works, and so that's what we're doing.
You said in Fort Worth, first of all, every black organization should be locked and loaded on Fort Worth. You've got a racist DA there who's been trying to put Crystal Mason in jail, in prison for the last 9 years. That man's on the ballot.
Yeah.
You've got a racist county judge who led the effort to block Elisa Simmons. They gerrymandered her district. She's not running against him. And so this is one of those moments where every black, you've had black folks run for mayor of the positions. This is where, again, black organizations must be saying, we're going to hit every brother and sister in Fort Worth to take those folks out because they are a detriment to black folks in Tarrant County.
I was in Alicia Simmons' district until I got gerrymandered out. So I'm a victim of it myself. So you're definitely correct. And the thing is that there are enough votes right now in Tarrant County for Alicia Simmons to win. The thing is that we have to get those voters out.
Yep.
Black people alone, there are enough votes. And so the thing is that we just have to focus. This is not the time to get distracted. This is not the time to get sidetracked with different squabbles. We got to focus on a unified mission right now.
Right, and also, again, we look statewide, East Texas, rich in votes, but again, not always organized and mobilized. And so this is a massive effort. Obviously, it's a huge state, 254 counties. But what I always say, we have to maximize where our people are. And when you look at black folks in Texas, you really are talking about Harris County, Dallas County, Travis County, Tarrant County, East Texas. That's where we are now. We're in other parts as well. You talk about Longview and all other parts of the state. But if we lock and load in those places, we can actually see the change. So hopefully we'll see a lot of brothers out there in the black and gold. And the point I keep saying to your point about the community, one of the reasons people complain about D9 because that we are so insular in our own business. If we're out there knocking on doors, if we're doing block walks, and people are seeing us out there doing that, then they probably have a different understanding of what we do.
Exactly.
All right,
exactly.
I appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
All right, thanks a bunch.
Appreciate